Okay, what's going on, guys? So one of the areas that we really need to take care of as weightlifters but often do not make time for is our wrists and our elbows. So I'm going to take you through a really simple wrist routine that's been helping me. I had a bit of a clash with my wrist and a bar on my elbow about 2 months ago, and I've managed to get tendonitis through my wrist and pain just in this crease here. Now, if you know anything about weightlifting, you'll know that one of the most common injuries and common surgeries that you will have, especially amongst elite weightlifters, is usually in the wrist. So we're just going to go over some stuff now. So I'm not going to bore you with a whole lot. There's literally just a few different movements that I use. They're really simple. The first one is just a normal rock. So sitting here like this, turning the elbows out. So trying to get the eyes of the elbow to face each other and go side to side. And literally you can do like 20, 30, 40 of these. The key is to try and keep on gripping the floor with your hand. So imagine actually grabbing the floor and pulling yourself from side to side with the muscles in your forearm. Don't just sit there and be slack. Try and actually squeeze the floor a little bit. After that, turn them in and go side to side again. So you're trying to make your elbows face forwards. Do a few like this, see if it stretches any more or any less. And then my favorite one is this. Just rotate the elbows forwards or backwards. If you struggle to do it in this position, feel free to go here, rock forwards, and then just do this. But this rotation here, keeping the triceps locked, it's not just helping you with actually being able to rotate your shoulders and control those, it's gonna rotate your wrist joint a little bit and helps free it up. Okay, so these are my two favorite ones for really just opening the wrists up. Even simple stuff like this, just holding the wrist, just circling through with an open hand, and you just hand a click, then circling through with a closed hand. Both directions also helps. So that's the next thing I'll add in. And you can do it in a squat position if you want, but this is just really important. So about 10 to 20 each revolution, so clockwise, counterclockwise, open hand like this, and then closed hand, because I usually feel a little bit different. Okay, now the two important ones, the ones that have made the biggest difference for me. First one is really simple. It's just basically a backhand or a knuckle push-up. So you're gonna go here, and you're not gonna need a lot of weight for this to begin with. You're gonna have one side that's a lot tighter than the other. You're gonna flex your triceps, lean over and put as much weight to it as possible. Go down as far as you can, and press up. Okay. Obviously this one, the way you would progress it if you want to do cool shit, is you can mess around with your hand position. You can start moving further forward so you actually have weight through the wrist. So from the press up and go through this way, you can try and do it with curled hands like this, because that will stretch the wrist a bit more at the top if you curl the fingers up. That's just a real simple one. After this, it's just palm lifts. So again, make sure you're not like this. Same as the last exercise, we're not going from here. We're trying to have weight through the hands. From here, rock forwards until there's weight through your hands, and then you're literally going to keep your triceps locked and just try to lift your palms up off the floor. Again, the better you get at it, the more weight you can put through. But the key is, you're just trying to use those muscles in your forearm to lift yourself up off the floor. And just lean forwards as far as you can each time. And that's just going to stretch the wrist. All it's going to do, because you tend to have just a lot of tendons and connective tissue and all muscles at the top, that's going to help get blood through here. Because a lot of the time if you have wrist pain, it's not because of the actual, low battery, it's not because of the actual muscles up here always, it's sometimes because of the connective tissue down here. So if you can get these muscles to start to act up and actually get blood to push towards the wrist, it would feel a lot better. So like I was saying, wrist rotations, open, closed hand, literally just those little rocks back and forth just to open up the wrist here. This will be the most important one. You can do it the other way as well. So you can rock this way. And literally just those little elbow revolutions, those elbow turns. Then after that, just those two press up variations, like this. Making sure you put as much weight or as little weight through it as you need to be able to get the movement to be active. I've been doing this probably a couple of times a week. I'll probably start doing it more times. Probably up to every day, along with some other like small joint stuff, and that should have it so when you go back into lifting again, or lifting more regularly and lifting heavier when you get back into a normal gym, however long it's going to be, you will find that your wrists will just hold up a lot better to the punishment. Because a lot of the time when you miss lifts and lifts don't feel right, it can sometimes be because something in this line here downwards just isn't moving as well as it should. So if you can solve that now, you're going to have a much better time lifting when you get back to it.